So here we go again. Now I'm gonna try to find a place to just stand relatively still. And from this place of a view, I'll basically try to solve the major problems of existence. So everything seems to be moving in this incredible space where everything is shifting into different constellations and patterns with various tempos, and it all appears in varying forms and all kinds of expressions. And these forms, they have a certain influence on the space they occupy and on the other forms in the space. And the space influences the forms. So it's like this endless space, and in this endless space, things appear and reappear. Every once in a while you can find a place in this space which is more than good enough, and you can be yourself and look at yourself and look at life and think through whatever needs to be thought through. And I think this is one of those places. Here I can see the white and gray clouds in the far distance slowly moving across. And there's all of the spectacular green living entities all around, and they're slowly moving in accordance with the winds, and they express all kinds of patterns and shapes and views. They are all like works of art, pretty much the greatest art you could ever see. It's actually living art, and it's functional art, it's colorful, it's physical. And it's like it expresses a language that comes from really the earth itself and the whole life system we're a part of. And every one of them is different. And they also share a certain style, similarities, differences in the similarities. And against the background of the clouds becomes an even richer picture. The more you look, the greater the life reveals itself. For the time being, I'm gonna look into the clouds for a little while. still being aware of all the other stuff. But the general impression being in all of this is that it really is this kind of infinite dance of life in this space that doesn't have any end or beginning or any specific center point. The center point is always where you happen to be. And at every moment, the constellation of life forms in this space is unique, different from anything that's ever existed before. And as a human being, I am also a part of this space of life, and I am one of the dancers, and I'm also a whole world myself of smaller life inside of me. And this is also shifting and moving around in various intricate patterns, and where the specific kind of patterns have their unique influence, and where one pattern which exists in space close to another pattern, they also at the same time exist as one larger pattern. And while they exist together with a third pattern, they are three separate patterns, and they are also one pattern. And they are infinitely many, because they all dance together. And since they are dancing and we're all dancing, it's even one unique pattern every moment. The next moment, everything is different from what it has ever been before. For example, the clouds which can be seen in the sky are of a somewhat different shape just now compared to now and compared to now. And it can be quite reasonably claimed that there has never in the history existed a moment where just this kind of shape has been seen on the sky. So this moment and this shape is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's never happened before, and it's never going to happen again. And the shape is even richer when you include all of the other forms. And even richer still when you include your own form and your own mind. So all of this is dancing together. It's like a global, universal, shifting play. Everything is appearing and reappearing. It's moving slowly. It's also moving very, very quickly. Like you can have these very, very small particles, the atomic or cellular life, where things happen at a very high speed. And when you look at the same life from a different perspective and see the larger constellations they form, then these constellations move in their own unique tempo. And it's always inside of this dance that the human existence is taking place. It's inside this dance that these words are being spoken. And when the words are being spoken, then the words become a part of this musical, this symphony of existence. So any kind of theory that anyone could have about what this existence is, we can see that this theory is one little happening inside of this existence, and in some ways it reflects the entire existence of which it's a part, and also the entire existence goes far beyond it and has so much more. So even if you have the greatest theory or explanation you could ever have, you always know that there exists just around the corner 10 million other explanations which are a little bit different, but which may be more or less just as good. It's really a stylistic difference. And maybe you choose to like one perspective. Maybe the next moment you choose to like a different perspective. Maybe now I'm one person. Now I'm a totally different person. Now I'm born again in just this body, which is in a state unlike anything ever experienced before in history, neither by me nor anyone else. Once again, I'm reborn, never been here before, never seen this, never experienced myself this way. So there's these memories, and it's like I'm in a dance myself, and there's this big momentum in me and all around me, and I'm being carried along by the momentum. And I'm swimming along. And I'm singing the song.